And the Volunteers will kick it away to start. He'll call for the fair catch here. Offense getting set for first down. Complete to start this drive. And just a short, safe pass play, they pick up a few. These two conferences largely share the same geographic footprint, and the ACC loves it when they can take down a team from the SEC.
And we see these two conferences play each other oftentimes early in the season, late in the season. David, think about Clemson, South Carolina, Florida, Florida State. These players have a lot of familiarity with one another.
And this already matters so much to these kids because they grew up in the same area a lot of times, like Reese was talking about with the footprint. But how about in the past, too? When your undefeated league champion gets left out of the playoff for an SEC team, a little more fuel for the fire.
So already they've hit a speed bump on this opening drive. It's 3rd and 8. Quarterback checking the play. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Pulls it in. It's Stewart. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
Wow, and what a great job by that quarterback, finding his open receiver on 3rd down. You know, guys, one of the most telling stats at the end of the game is 3rd down conversion percentage. If you're a great 3rd down...
Intercepted. No real chance on the return, but they've got it at the 34.
And that right there is a huge reason why this team has a winning record coming into this game. Their defense takes the ball away. And here on the opening drive, you see the athleticism in the back end of the defense, picking it off and putting it in great field position for their own.
Tosses to the quarterback. He's going to take a shot. Snagged in the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee.
Man, do you have to love the timing, the sixth sense to call that play and know it'll be successful. Jesse, you're looking for big plays when you call trick plays, and a touchdown, that's exactly what you want.
Man, the quarterback was licking his chops too, David. When he got the ball back from the running back, he knew he had his guy wide open. At that point, you're just thinking, don't underthrow it too badly, and don't miss this guy. Just give him an opportunity, and the trick play pays off.
On the run from inside his own 5. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. Boy, they hope this next drive is more productive after throwing a pick last time, Jesse.
Yeah, and the coaches did a good job on the sideline there, just talking to the young quarterback and making sure he's able to turn the page, calm him down, to go out and refocus this drive.
Yeah, and some people do that better than others, but you got to show some trust in him. Maybe get the ground game going, help around him a little bit with this system.
Still some work to do after that last completion at 2nd down. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. Dropping back, it's Peters. It's complete to the left. He steps out of bounds, but he's got enough for a first down.
I want to get my running backs the ball in space as much as possible. And sometimes it doesn't work in the running game, but I can throw it to him. I can try to create some space out wide, dump him the football, let him make some catches, and see if I can't get some big plays out of it.
They'll throw it on first down. Snagged in the middle. It's Stewart. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. The Wolverines moving quickly to the line. He showed it all there, a little elusiveness, a little power, and he's got the first down. Those who stay will be champions, so said Bo Schembechler, and those who keep it on the ground churn out first downs.
Yeah, it's because it's a way of life, right? It's that physicality. It's going to be hard in practice all week. When you're at Michigan, it's going to be grind. It's going to be physical. That's who they are. They won't compromise. And if you get to stick around here recently, a lot of success, too.
I think that time offensively, you're just trying to take what the defense is giving you, right? They're playing zone coverage. You got your big fella just working right over the ball. It's an easy pitch and catch. Just take the prop.
And they got him. They'll get him down for the sack. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Even if they don't convert, picking up a few would give them a decision to make on fourth down. It's 3rd and long from the 45. He's looking downfield to throw. Got it in the middle. It's Stewart. Big play for this offense as they get it to the 32.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown. That was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
They'll leave it with him. Not much there on the run. He gets 1 to the 31.
You know, runs like this oftentimes are like a boxer in a boxing match. Obviously, it's not a knockout punch, but these are body blows. And as the game goes on, these small gains are going to turn into longer runs.
Wide receiver now comes in motion. Davis will throw. On the move, he fires. Makes the grab. Touchdown, Wolverines. Made the snag and strolled his way into the end zone. On to attempt the try. Bangs it through for an extra point. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on him. Check this out. Marshall is down right now, but you simply can't rule out a comeback. Randy Moss had a hand in getting this kid to Huntington, so if he thinks the magic is there, who am I to disagree? It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Memphis. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Wide out in motion. Quick pass on the jet motion. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
Great heads-up awareness by the cornerback on that play. He saw the receiver get the ball. He shot downhill and made a nice tackle.
Not a lot of productivity on that last play. They'll try it again on 2nd and long from the 23. He's stuffed after picking up 1 to the 23. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Catch in the middle, it's Matthews. Really nice job there by both guys to throw and the catch to work that defense and get the first down.
Well, he was putting up big numbers coming into this one. We knew the quarterback was going to go his way early and often. And with that last catch, he's now got over 500 yards receiving on the year.
And after the tackle, that will bring us to the end of the first quarter. Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. Off the bootleg to buy a little space. He'll get rid of it. And wings it incomplete. Sometimes people say, if you're good enough, what's the big deal about going on the road? Well, if you're not careful, you might find out in a spot like this one, guys.
Yeah, no doubt about it. This is a hostile environment, and you know you're going to be getting the opponent's A game for this one. They've circled this one all off season, so they better be ready to bring it today, David.
And the hardest thing to do in college football is to go on the road. Everything about it changes. And you want to shut this crowd up early, you don't want to give them belief, because if it starts to build throughout the game, look out.
The offense stays on the field. Maybe they'll try to make the defense jump. They also might try to run it ahead for 1 yard. What a good run there. He has enough for the first down.
I'm not a huge analytics guy, but on 4th and 1, if you're going to get pushed like that from your O-line, I say go for it every time.
The Vols have their offense in high gear. They'll run the toss. Brings him down at the 27-yard line. It's a pickup of 15 and a first down for this offense.
Watching this Tennessee running back, man, he just runs with so much purpose, and it reminds me of guys that I used to play against, Jamal Lewis and Travis Henry, two great Vol running backs that used to really test the physicality of our Gator defenses in some of those great games we had back in the...
And he sprints to the end zone. Touchdown, Volunteers! That running back just had a caravan of blockers to take him into the end zone.
There's not very many times at home, Reese, where I'm going to say that everybody watching on their couch could have scored on that play. This is one of them.
Tennessee 14, Michigan 7.
Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. Here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. Now they need to put something together to answer that last score.
There's a lot of pressure, too, on this offense to have to execute at a high level. They've got to score points, David, but they can't go too fast because their defense right now is tired.
And I think that's the difficulty being a play call. Like, I have to balance all of those things. My defense is a little bit tired. I can't put it on the field, but I got to be aggressive because this is a back-and-forth type game, so a lot to process and think about.
Now the quarterback changing the original play call. After the incompletion, they go back up top. This one's complete. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. We talk a lot about Michigan building its offense around the running game, but they've always had an effective quarterback who can make plays down the field.
And I think some people hear effective, Reese, and take that as an insult, right? Like, I don't want to hear about my quarterback being effective. I want him to be explosive. I want him to be dynamic. But Michigan doesn't really have those guys most of the time at that quarterback spot. But when they find those good ones, they have great seasons.
And the Wolverines will have it 1st and 10. Back to pass, it's Peters. Quickly complete. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down.
And there was no question in that scenario. That's where the quarterback was going. He knew he had his receiver in a matchup that he liked, running a route where he would find himself open. Nice job between those two.
They'll put it in play from the 40 on 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. Caught in the backfield. It's Marshall. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe. 2nd and 7. They were able to get the ball to the running back in space, but that space just evaporated.
And a great job by the defense, man. It's tough to get those guys on the ground. They're so used to having the football as running backs and making plays and being dynamic. So usually one guy not going to get him to the ground. You want many guys swarming to the football to try to get that elusive guy on the ground.
Man, that D tackle is a freak athlete. Did you see him come out of his stance and beat the offensive lineman, getting to the running back? Cat-like quickness.
3rd and long. Try to convert through the air. Fires into traffic. Intercepted. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. He looked as if he thought he had it all the way, and this junior makes a play.
And this is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. They'll run the option. And not even a chance to pitch it as he is slammed down in the backfield. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we'll see if the offense can build on this lead before the break. Offense gets set for 2nd down. To the air, it's Iamaleava. It's caught. And how about that catch and run? So dangerous, this guy.
Nice job by the running back, catching the football and understanding where the 1st down marker was. I got to go get that 1st down. He did a nice job of it.
Quick touch pass to the receiver. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the 1st down.
It's so hard for a defense to have to stop plays like that because it really forces you to play with great eye discipline. You see the pre-snap motion. Defense doesn't know if he's just running across the field and he's going to run a route, if he's going to block, or if he has the football. That time, he was able to outflank the defense and hurt them to get that 1st down.
And now on 2nd down for this offense. Movement here from the tight end. With jet sweep pass. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play call and everyone on the same page here. They're close enough for a makeable field goal from the 26, but they'd love to convert this 3rd and long. A little too anxious along that offensive line. That'll be a false start. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Now on 3rd down for this offense. Scanning the field, it's Iamaleava. Fires a bullet. Now it's picked off. Trying to take it back. He's at the 40. At the 20. And it's going to be a pick 6. Touchdown, Michigan. The AT unit on the field. Right down the middle. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Notre Dame is trailing right now, but they are not out of this. I remember Rocket Ismail wake up the echoes all by himself. Let's see if this group can come back. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Stanford. Your boy KC has you covered here in studio, guys, in case anything changes in this one.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Hands it off. Make the stop at the 40, but it's a 10-yard gain and a fresh set of downs.
I love when players understand situations and they understand where the 1st down marker is and they understand where I got to get to. A lot of people you'll see run north-south and try to bounce out wide and make big plays.
A shot toward the end zone, and they won't be able to connect downfield, looking for a big-time play.
Yeah, and I don't know what happened. He didn't look open as it is, and the QB's trying to make a play, trying to force the ball, but at least he threw it where his guy could catch it or nobody could catch it.
No gain on 1st down after the incompletion. Now 2nd and 10 from the 40. He's looking to throw. He's not afraid to go deep. Can't hang on in the end zone, and that one is going to drive him crazy when he watches it. It'll be third down.
And perfect timing. Got there right when the ball got there. Didn't get there a little bit early. Saving the touchdown. Nice timing by that defender.
They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. On third down, he drops to throw. He's got his man across the middle. The offense calls timeout. It's the second one they've used this half. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one. But we know who he really wants to go to on third down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
Looking downfield, it's Iamaleava. Makes his connection. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a first down. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. One-step wrap, two-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. He's looking to throw. Into the end zone. And he can't quite make the connection as he was trying to pay off this red zone opportunity.
And that is a huge missed opportunity for the quarterback. You've got your guy wide open in the end zone. You're not under pressure. You just got to hit him. That ball got away. And that's one he'd like to have back.
It is true as he puts 3 on the board. And with that field goal, they now have the lead. So they were able to put up a 3 spot on that last drive, and now the kickoff team out there as they prepare to put boot to leather. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. Off play action on first down. It's complete to the right. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
17, Michigan, 14.
The Wolverines will kick it off to start the second half. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. They'll keep it on the ground to start the second half. And he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
This is going to be a big key for him, David, with the lead here in the second half, running the football, right? Staying on the field and bleeding the clock.
Yeah, run the football. You're ahead. You can be a little bit more conservative. But again, this opens up the pass. This keeps everything in balance for this offense.
Back to throw. It's Iamaleava. Firing to the right, complete. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
Love that throw there. And I remember as a Gator playing against Tennessee, you knew as a quarterback you were going to have to bring your A game to the park because of who was on the other sideline. I played against Peyton Manning, and I played against T. Martin, who won a national championship there. They have a legacy at that position. And this guy for Tennessee, he has a chance to be the next great one.
And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop.
And the defense, you hold your breath. When this receiver has the football out in space, you have got to make sure you're playing with outstanding pursuit. Nice job there, but as this game goes on, they've got to keep an eye on this guy and make sure they know where he is at all times.
He breaks a tackle. They get him on the ground after he gets enough to move the sticks.
Man, that was a good run, but it was almost even better. Great job by the offense. Keep the running game going. You get big chunks like this. Not only was that a big chunk, it also looked like it could have gone for more.
Touch pass on the run. Good pickup on that play. It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
All right, so not a home run play for the offense, but I do like the creativity, and I like how they're going to stress this defense and do it in less conventional ways.
Stuck with a running game on 1st down. Now here they come again. Dropped after a pickup of 3 down to the 26. Ball's at the 26. It's 3rd and short, and they'd love to pick up the 1st down and avoid settling for the field goal. They'll try to get it through the air. Just not quite able to make the connection. It's incomplete.
Well, 3rd and short, I think the offense was probably expecting blitz. That's why they dialed up the screen, but it did not fool the defense. Great job defending the screen, setting up 4th.
Perhaps emboldened by converting a 4th down earlier in the game, they'll try a 2nd time. Motion trying to get the defense to show his hand. Finds his man and they convert. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the 1st down. Sometimes we don't give enough credit to a receiver knowing exactly where he needs to be on the field, and they pick up the 1st down there.
Yeah, and you've got to give the receiver credit, obviously knowing where that is, but the defender needs to know where it is too. Where is he trying to get? That ball's going to come out quick. He didn't really understand where the sticks were, and because of that, he gives up the 1st down. He need to just be a little bit more aware as a defensive guy.
The inside handoff. And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the 1st. An array of possibilities here.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next down.
They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's 1st and goal from the 8.
3rd and inches, everybody knows what's coming, but it's so dang hard to stop it. You better get penetration with that defensive line. They didn't do a good enough job. Running back falls forward and does his job.
They'll try to get it in with the run. And he's sprinting. He'll take it all the way. Touchdown ball! You know what? Methuselah lived 969 years. He was born and died in the amount of time it took them to walk it down the field and score that touchdown.
And that's just so frustrating. Play after play after play. You line up, you try to do your assignment, and you fail, and they cap it off with a touchdown? Oh, Methuselah.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. The deficit here is just 10 points, David, so a chance to answer here.
Plenty of time left in this football game. No need to panic. This offense just has to put a couple drives together. And listen, the defense will get this back and get some stop follow and get you the football back.
And I think here too, David, you have an opportunity to keep the pressure on the opponent. Yeah, they just went down and scored, but you score here, and this game's still tight. You keep their feet to the fire, so an opportunity here to keep applying that pressure.
Grabbed over the middle at Stewart. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the 1st down.
Well, that's a really nice job surveying the field and delivering an accurate throw. You know, when I think back to Michigan quarterbacks, I think of guys like Elvis Gerbach or Tom Brady, Jim Harbaugh, Brian Griese, guys that could hurt you throwing the ball from the pocket, surveying the field, reading defenses, and making quick decisions. This guy has the ability to do all of those things.
On 1st down, here comes this offense.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter of play. With the score, Tennessee 24, Michigan 14.
Ready? And the Wolverines come to the line with a new set of downs. Wide receiver shows motion. He wants to throw it again. Looking to the big tight end. Got his man. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, now the defense is really on its heels. To the ground with the back. Pickup of 1. It's down at the 11.
At the 11-yard line.
It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. The give to the back. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4.
And now a big third down coming up. Down multiple possessions. This is one, Palmer, I'm looking for 6. I'm not trying to kick a field goal. I want to cut into this lead with a touchdown.
No, you got to have it. And also, considering all of that, this is 4-down territory, too. So you need to identify who are your best players on offense and how can you give them a chance to score this touchdown.
They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down. The Wolverines want to pick up the tempo. Trying to barge in. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Wolverine. They'll try to tack one more on their score. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. Fair catch, called for and made. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. Moving the running back, trying to get the D to tip its hand. Unloads to the wideout. And he's lucky to get that one back. This junior quarterback knows better than to try that too often.
And that's a big play for the defense. Playing at home, you're trailing. You need to create takeaways. You got to get the ball back. Nice job breaking on that one and knocking it away.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Quick strike complete. They'll wrestle him down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one. These are the types of plays where offenses impose their will. 3rd and short from the... And the defense gets to the quarterback.
How about the defense loading up? What are you thinking? You're thinking run, right? 3rd and inches. I got to get up to the line of scrimmage, bring all those bodies. They throw the football, but they quickly have all those bodies near the line of scrimmage, convert it to a pass rush, get the quarterback on the ground. Big stop for the defense.
They've converted twice on 4th down so far. Will they make it 3? He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Got it past the marker.
That was such a risky call. With the lead late in the game, to go for it on 4th down, that could have been disaster if they don't get it. But with the conversion, now the question, is that enough to ice this thing and win the game?
From the 39-yard line, it's 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground, trying to milk the clock. Turns it on in midfield. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a first down at the 44.
Fresh legs, man, and it is showing, of course, this team had the bye last week, and you're seeing it right now late in the game, running the football, imposing their will against the defense that looks tired. Of course, they had to play last week, and you're seeing that right now.
Leaves it with the running back. Crosses the 30, he's got away. All the way down to the 25-yard line, they move the sticks, it's first down.
And David, how demoralizing does it have to be for a defense when you know they're going to run it, everyone in the stadium knows they're going to run it, and still you cannot stop it?
There's nothing more demoralizing as a defensive lineman because it ticks you off. It gets in your head. You know that guy's going to come off and smack you, and you got to do something about it. I think the defense, maybe time to start committing more guys to stopping that run, not worrying about the pass as much.
Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Quick pass on the fly motion. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. It's 3rd down now, and they ought to be able to get off one more play before the 2-minute warning. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Tennessee! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And the running back gets his 2nd rushing touchdown of the game. You want to continue to feed this guy. You can tell he's got a nose for the end zone, knows how to get in there, knows how to make things happen.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. Wide receiver coming across in motion. To throw, it's Peters. Hubs it downfield. And he throws another interception, his 3rd of the night. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Line gets set, 1st down. Moving the running back, forcing the defense to adjust. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7. And the Vols have pushed it inside the 20. On 2nd down, he'll fire. And they can't make the connection. Here they come, facing 3rd and long from the 20. Snap it to the back. And they're able to get a 3rd down stop here. See if they go for it on 4th. So on 4th down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. Smashes it between the uprights. And that will extend their lead even further. With that field goal, now it takes a touchdown to beat them. So you want to pin them back and then let the defense have a little room to work with. Fielded in the end zone, it's Stewart. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. Well, let's see if this drive goes better than the last one. They were in and out quickly after the quick pick, David.
Yeah, first play, big mistake, man. Now, let's get this.
He lets it fly. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete. After the quarterback and receiver failed to hook up, they'll try it again on 2nd down. Back to throw, it's Peters. Feeling some heat. And a sack all the way back at the 5. IndyCar tempo as they head to the line for this 3rd down play. Clock running. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. The short hands, it's Hansen. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the 1st down. They're throwing for it on 4th down. Complete out of the backfield, looking for the sticks. Hey, that's a live ball. Oh, looks as if the defense got it. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own. Winning those individual 6